Hello everyone, welcome to another great adventure over here on RJB Wildlife. On this adventure, we are here at the San Diego Zoo to check in on some recent developments as well as take a look into how our new Koala Joeys are doing. So if you're ready for another great adventure, let's go. And today's adventure begins heading into Northern Frontier. And recently there has been a little bit of an impromptu demo project that has happened at this facility, and that has to do with the 4D Theater. The 4D Theater opened in 2012. Prior to that, this area was home to the zoo's takin, and I'm talking about all three species, the golden, Mishmi, and Sichuans. When the Sichuans and Goldens were moved over to Panda Trek, which is what Panda Ridge was formerly called, that then opened the door for some new expansion to happen here with the 4D Theater and the maned wolves eventually taking up that space. And you're all probably wondering what the future of this area may hold now that this structure is gone. From everything that I've been told, there are a few possibilities, specifically three. One of those is this could get turned into a horticultural space, similar to what happened with the former II habitats, and another is a dining space. The third possibility is a habitat. Now, I would view this as probably the least likely option, mainly because everything to the left of the bus route as you walk towards Skyfari is going to be subject to expansion in the future, and I highly doubt the zoo is going to want to invest that much resources into renovating this space into a modernized habitat. The dining venue would be the most likely option, considering it would be another revenue stream up here, with horticulture being second. So it remains to be seen. We'll be taking a look into this. One thing I can tell you is that the walls are going to be coming down on the 24th. So this was a very quick demo, and whatever's going to be taking its place will be put up pretty quickly. I would expect it to be the current snack carts that are out there underneath the awning, which wasn't demoed, but I'm guessing it's just going to be staying as is for the time being. We are now in Lost Forest, where there is a pretty surprising development that has taken place, and that actually has to do with the Pygmy Hippos over in Monkey Trails. And this doesn't so much have to do with the hippos themselves, more so this space right here behind me, as this is where they house the male in the event they have to separate the breeding pair that is currently in the habitat. So as you can see, main habitat's going to be right here. They're actually sleeping right here by this rock structure. And then off to the left here is going to be this habitat. Now this is the housing area for the male in the event there are offspring in the main yard. Now there is no confirmed pregnancy with the female here. However, the breeding pair has been on habitat together for the last 3 years, I want to say, when the most recent offspring was moved out of the facility. And prior to this week visiting this facility, the area that houses the male used to be covered with like a bamboo window covering. So it is somewhat encouraging to see that that area is now getting prepped for possible usage, especially since they've run the water, the pool's pretty full in that area. So really encouraging signs that we might potentially be seeing a baby Pygmy Hippo. If not, they might just be separating the pair. It remains to be seen, but super encouraging signs nonetheless. The Pygmy Hippo habitat is also one of the coolest mixed species spaces here at the San Diego Zoo, and really one of the coolest I've ever actually seen, as there are also two species of monkeys that are also a part of this habitat. So definitely make your way over here to check out this space, as it is pretty unique here at the San Diego Zoo. Well, I guess I'm going to have to add that to the long list of things I have to keep an eye on when I traverse this facility. That would be super exciting though, because Pygmy Hippos are one of the species here a lot of people like to go see. So to see an offspring born would be pretty awesome, especially since the common hippos or Nile hippos don't have a breeding bull in that little colony. So we'll see what happens, but if that is the case, super exciting. So we've made our way over to the koalas, where we are going to try to find some of these joeys. There are two in the two female habitats, and this viewing area does tend to get pretty busy, especially middle point of the day. Luckily, when the koalas are not at their most active. However, that can change. So there was one running around here, hopping around the different branches, which is what got the crowd here. Not the joeys. Now, at the current stage of life of these joeys, they're spending a lot of time out of the pouch, and they are clinging to mom's back as she traverses the different branches in the habitat. So I haven't seen them quite yet. I haven't seen that behavior. So We're gonna stick around here, see what we can find. If not, we'll come back a little bit later. But as of right now, the joeys have not been spotted, and during this time of day when the adults are sleeping, they'll tend to stick in the bushier areas of the habitat to keep the offspring concealed. So it's gonna be very difficult to see them during this time of day. You'll get better luck in the afternoon. So as it happens, and as I said prior, during this time of day, the mothers with joeys tend to hide in the bushes, and that seems to be the case. I was actually able to spot one right about here, and it's just going to be hidden away. So unless you have a camera or some really good lens to cut through the brush, you're not going to see them. But that is just one. There are two out here, and they're going to be scattered around these two habitats. So be on the lookout. There's a total of about 8 or 9 females, 2 of which have joeys. But it seems like everyone's sleeping right now. So we're going to come back a little bit later. Let's go check out the Tasmanian devils for a little bit. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, I only ever get to see the Tasmanian devils a handful of times, and that's because they're barely active. And it doesn't look like anybody's home. This typically is a normal occurrence at this time. It appears all the doors are open at this moment in time, so odds are they're hiding inside at the moment. Nothing too much out of the ordinary there, but again, Tasmanian devils are a little fickle. Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. But it's always fun when you do. So we've made our way to the koala habitat. Both joeys are out and about with mom. I mean, you can come here 19 out of 20 times and they're not going to be doing anything. But to see both joeys moving around this late in the evening, granted we're probably about 5 minutes to close at this moment in time. So these joeys are at the stage of life where they're starting to be on mom's back a bit more as she traverses the habitat. But they're getting too big for the pouch, so they can still go in and out if they so choose. But more often than not now, you're going to see them outside either in mom's stomach region or on her back as she's moving around the habitat. I would say to just be observant because it is pretty tough throughout the day to see them, but when they're out and about like this, it is pretty astonishing. So you'll definitely get some good views when they're out, but definitely keep an eye out because there are 2, and in a habitat where there's about 8 or 9 females, it is pretty tough to figure out which females have the joeys, especially right now considering the joeys aren't in the pouches as much. So keep an eye out, see if you can find a little bit of movement, a little body in any bushes, but when you do see them, it is a treat. It's really awesome. Joey's right here. Just looking around, super active. You just got to get here late because both of these joeys are going to be out and about, and moms are going to be eating at this moment in time. So just make your way out here because even if koalas aren't your favorite, baby animals are everybody's favorite. And to see 2 joeys out here, it's amazing. It doesn't get any better than that. 2 koala joeys moving around in the twilight hours of the zoo's day. Just amazing. The final hour of the zoo's operating day as of right now is going to be the best time to see these joeys. It's going to be 4 p.m. to 4:30, somewhere in that window. And just stick around because you could get an amazing experience with the 2 newest residents here at the San Diego Zoo. That's going to do it for today. If you had fun on this journey, please hit the like button. And if you would like to embark on future adventures, please consider subscribing and ringing that notification bell. And until next time, I hope to see you all again on the next adventure of RJB Wildlife.